Welcome back to the Black and Gold Report. Again, we're talking with head softball coach Lucinda Melanson. And Coach, I know you don't want to talk about this necessarily, but one of the struggles that the team has had so far has been with defense.
Yes.
You've had 24 errors in the first 11 games, and I know you've seen a bunch of them more recently in the last 5 or 6 games. Talk a little bit about the team's defense and what do you have to do to get it better?
Well, I think I take most of the responsibility for that. Our schedule played a little bit of a factor, I do believe. We have played 11 games in 9 days and haven't really had the quality practice time to prepare them for this last round of 5 games we had this tournament. But, if you look, our first 4 games when we went down to Columbus to play in the challenge that we had down there, we had 4 games and we committed 5 errors, which isn't great, but it's respectable. And I felt like our defense really stepped up and kept us in a lot of games. Defense was one of our stronger points that weekend, but we also had prepared very well defensively going into that weekend, whereas having Tuesday and Thursday to prepare for the next 6 games really didn't give us quality time. The coaching staff's tired, the kids are tired, so we're not going to wear them out at practice before our games, and I think that hurt us in the long run, not having the reps that they were used to getting. So that's definitely something, now that we do have a week to prepare for this coming weekend, that we are going to be addressing heavily and getting them back into just the groove, so to speak, and getting lots of reps.
You also have a very young team. You've only got 3 seniors who are seeing playing time, really. What kinds of challenges does having such a young team pose as well?
I think youth is always going to bring about the issue of inexperience and handling the pace of the game. It is different, the pace of just the offense and defense. And we do have occasionally some freshmen in our lineup. We really only have 4 true freshmen with us. We do have some transfers in that have played college level ball, so that's helped us. And most of our youth, even though we are young, is still returning. We have a large sophomore class. So I don't really put it up there as a valid excuse for our team. I don't let them use that because, our sophomores got tons. I may have used it last year because they were out there and they were going through that. But this year, I don't feel like it's really a valid excuse for them. I feel like they should be able to handle what's tossed their way.
All right, well, you got a couple of big series coming up this week. First, you go on the road, you take on Wing It, the Lady Bulldogs. What do you know about that team, and what do you got to do to win?
They're going to be a tough win. They have a strong team. I know they have a new coaching staff, but both their entire coaching staff is strong, and we're familiar with them. And their team always plays aggressive, always is sharp in all aspects of the game, and that's something historically they've come in and been strong at. And so I think, again, the key is going to be for us to be aggressive, for us to be attacking. Our pitching is going to need to be sharp. Their offense right now statistically is doing some really good things for them. So our defense is going to need to be strong, and our pitching is going to need to be strong. And I think if we come in strong in those aspects, we'll find a way to win and get the runs we need.
All right, well, this Saturday, this Saturday you come back home. You got a doubleheader against Catawba. Same question here. I mean, how do the Lady Indians look this season? And I know you want to get that first official home win.
Yes. They're looking strong again right now. I mean, they have a winning record. They've only played 5 games. They'll have a few more before they get to us this weekend. But again, I think the biggest key, our team is quality enough that if we come in with the right mindset, it doesn't matter who's on the other side. And so for every game, the mindset, we preach to our kids should be the same. It shouldn't matter who's in the other uniform in the other dugout.
Mm-hmm.
It needs to be the same approach. Teams should be changing their game to play us, not us to play them. So we're going to try to get them to play a little bit more aggressive and attack and see what we get.
Well, you've still got about 3 more weeks of non-conference play before you jump into Peach Belt play. What do you, as a coach, like to see from your players, and what do you want the team to develop as you build up to a grueling Peach Belt schedule?
Embracing the team concept, number one, really getting in there and fighting for each other, because we're going to need to fight hard. But also, I just really want them to believe in themselves. If they could believe in themselves half as much as our coaching staff believes in them, I think they're going to really have the confidence they need to be successful and to attack. We don't want them to be playing scared of mistakes or scared of losing. We want them to play fearless. We want them to attack and to be willing to take some risks and to play that fearless game. And I think when you do that, you put the other team on the heels and give yourself some bigger opportunities to be successful.
Time that we have for this week's edition of the Black and Gold Report. Until next week, go Braves.